Hey guys, HDV here, and welcome back to another Pokemon Sun and Moon discussion video. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at who is the strongest new legendary Pokemon in Sun and Moon across all of the new legendaries released. I won't, however, be going over any Ultra Beasts or the Tapus in this video because that's just two separate videos in themselves. I also won't be going over the Zygarde 50% form in this video since that is technically an old legendary as it was introduced in X and Y, and we're only bothered about the new legendary Pokemon for this video. I will, however, be going over the stats, the abilities they get, maybe a dual typing if they have one, what they're strong and weak against, and the move pool as well, just to try and find a better idea who is the strongest new legendary in Sun and Moon. I do also have a couple other videos in this series going over the best typings such as fire, water and grass and so on, so be sure to check them out if you do have the time. I do really appreciate it. With introductions out of the way though, I really do hope you enjoy the video, and let's get started. Okay, so first up we have Zygarde, the 10% form, who is a dual typing of Dragon and Ground like all the other forms of Zygarde, with the abilities Aura Break and Power Construct. Aura Break is a signature move of Zygarde. It cancels the effects of the abilities Fairy Aura and Dark Aura, whereas its other ability is Power Construct, which is also a signature ability of Zygarde. And when Zygarde 10% form or Zygarde 50% form falls below half HP, it changes into Zygarde Complete Form, and that's always a good day at the office because the Complete Form is an absolute monster, people. Absolutely. You know, he's just an absolute unit. Anyway, being a dual typing of Dragon and Ground, he is 4 times weak to Ice, and then 2 times weak to Dragon and Fairy, whereas he resists Fire, Rock, Poison, and is immune to Electric thanks to the ground typing, with a stat total of 486, which is quite high. When you hear something, that something's a 10% form, you think, oh, that's probably pretty bad, you know what I mean? But 486 stat total is actually really, really good. He has 54 HP, 100 physical attack, 71 physical defense, 61 special attack, 85 special defense, and 115 speed. So quite a very fast physically attacking Pokemon in all fairness. This Pokemon gets some pretty good moves through level up. Gets moves such as Bulldoze, Lanzarath, which is obviously a very nice move. Gets Crunch, Earthquake, Dragon Pulse, Coil, and Outrage. So Coil, very nice. Also gets Draco Meteor from move tutors. Looking at the TMs this Pokemon learns are also very nice. Gets Earthquake, Brick Break, Sludge Wave, Focus Blast, Stone Edge, Bulldoze, Rock Slide, Dragon Tail, Grass Knot. So quite a nice variety. Obviously you have to get all the different Zygarde cells and stuff to complete, Zygarde, but once you get them all, I mean, you're in for a good day because this thing's an absolute monster when you get its complete form, which we will now go over. So Zygarde complete form only has the ability Power Construct, and is also a dual typing of Dragon and Ground again, so same strength and weaknesses as a 10% form. 4 times weak to Ice, weak to Dragon, Fairy, resists Fire, Rock, Poison, and is immune to Electric. But maybe let's just look at the cheeky old stats here. Stat total of 708. 708. I mean, the HP stat alone is higher, than some Pokemon's stat total. Just let that sink in. That's kind of ridiculous, you know what I mean? I'm pretty sure Cosmog's stat total is 200, and this Pokemon's just like, hey, I got 216 HP. I mean, that's just kind of broken. Anyway, yeah, 216 HP. Oh my lord. 100 physical attack, 121 physical defense, 91 special attack, 95 special defense, and 85 speed. I mean, the fact that 85 speed is its lowest stat, and that's still a pretty fast speed stat, especially in Alola with all of the slow speed Pokemon. But that HP, people, oh my lord, it's just ridiculous. I mean, how can you even go to bed at night knowing you've created this? It's an absolute god. Disgusting. It is the same as the 10% form with the moves that it gets. Lanzarath, Crunch, Earthquake, Dragon Pulse, Outrage, Coil, Draco Meteor, Dragon Tail, Stone Edge, all the TMs that you want to be getting yourself involved with. But that is the 100%, I mean, the complete form is, seriously people, oh my lord, if you can get your hands on this thing, you're in for a, Christmas has come early because it's an absolute monster. And the design of it as well just looks like, he's ready to party, and, he is ready to party. Whenever he enters the battlefield, he's like, hey, who wants a bit of me? But yeah, he's a bit of a monster. Anyway, moving on. Next we're on Solgaleo, who is the legendary for Pokemon Sun, who is a dual typing of Psychic and Steel with the ability Full Metal Body, and Full Metal Body just prevents other Pokemon from lowering his stats, so things like Intimidate and stuff it aren't going to affect good old Solgaleo. Psychic and Steel is actually an incredible typing. He has 4 weaknesses being Fire, Ghost, Dark, and Ground, But oh my lord, people, the resistances this guy has are kind of broken. He resists normal, he resists grass, he resists ice, he's immune to poison thanks to the steel typing, he's resistant to fly, 4 times resistant to psychic, resists rock, resists dragon, resists steel, and he resists fury. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 resistances or immunities right there. Bang, cracking typing there, people. Also, because he is an absolute boss of a legendary, he has an amazing stat total of 680, 137 HP, 137 physical attack, 107 physical defense, 113 special attack, 89 special defense, and 97 speed. So a very, very strong Pokemon. He's only a little bit behind Zygarde in forms in terms of stat total. But he's a very bulky Pokemon, and he's very fast, and he's also got an incredible attack stat as well of 137. So this Pokemon is very, very good in the competitive scene. Obviously evolves from Cosmog, who evolves at level 43, and then into Cosmoem, and then into Solgaleo at level 53, or Lunala in 53, if depending on what version you're playing. I won't be going over Cosmog or Cosmoem in this video because obviously I'm only going over the evolved forms, which we've never actually had before. This is the first time we've had a legendary evolution, which is a really cool feature. I really like that in Sun and Moon. But yeah, we won't be going over Cosmog and Cosmoem. There's not much to go over anyway. They both get like 2 moves, and their stat totals are pretty poor anyway. So but yeah, we'll go over the moves though this Pokemon gets. He gets some pretty nice moves. Gets Cosmic Power, gets Sun Steel Strike, which is I think it's a signature move, which ignores the target's ability, which is very nice. Hits physical stab of steel. Gets Zen Headbutt, Flash Cannon, Morning Sun, reliable recovery there. Gets Crunch, Solar Beam, Noble Roar, Flare Blitz, Giga Impact, Wide Guard as well. The TMs this Pokemon gets are quite nice as well. Gets like Thunderbolt, Thunder, Earthquake, Return, Psychic, Flamethrower, Fire Blast, Rock Tomb, Focus Blast, Thunder Wave if you want to cripple something. Gets Stone Edge, Bulldoze, Rock Slide, Flash Cannon, Wild Charge. You know, just gets a really good move pool there. I'm a big fan of Solgaleo. I think it's an amazing Pokemon. I mean, the dual typing alone is really good thanks to all those resistances that it gets. And I mean the stats as well. Like it's fast, it's bulky, it's very bulky, it is very hard. It can be run as a mixed attack, you know what I mean? Solgaleo's just got everything going for him, and I'm a big fan of Solgaleo. I also love the design as well. Like I just like wolves and lion and those kind of Pokemon in general, but I think Solgaleo just looks absolutely amazing. But that is the legendary for Pokemon Sun. Next we have Lunala, who is the legendary for Pokemon Moon, who obviously evolves from Cosmoem at level 53 in Pokemon Moon. It is a dual typing of Psychic and Ghost with the ability Shadow Shield. Shadow Shield reduces damage when HP is full. I think that's a little bit like multi-scale. You know, if you have like Dragonite and you get hit by like a, you know, like an Ice type move or a Dragon type move, it does less damage thanks to multi-scale. I think Shadow Shield's similar to that, reduces damage when HP is full. It sounds like it is. Anyway, being a dual typing of Psychic and Ghost isn't the best. It does only have 2 weaknesses, but they are Ghost and Dark, and it's 4 times weak to both of those. So, you know, switching this Pokemon into really a lot of Pokemon is going to be a difficult decision, because so many Pokemon get knockoff now in the competitive scene, and you know, one knockoff is pretty much going to destroy this thing because it's 4 times weak to it, and it doesn't have the bet, and its physical defense stat is its worst stat, which we will get on in a minute. But even then, like say like a Sucker Punch or even Shadow Sneak is going to destroy this Pokemon. It's 4 times weak to Ghost type attacks, so you have to be very careful with this Pokemon. Like I say, it's only got 2 weaknesses, being Ghost and Dark, but they're pretty big weaknesses to have in the competitive scene, just because of how many Pokemon get like knockoff, Sucker Punch and stuff like that. Saying that though, because of the Ghost typing, it is also immune to normal and fighting, so I mean, give or take, it's however you want to look at it. It also resists poison and psychic, which is nice as well. The stats this Pokemon gets are a stat total of 680, just like Solgaleo, but they are obviously different. 137 HP, 113 physical attack, 89 physical defense, 137 special attack, 107 special defense, and 97 speed. So yeah, that's that. The moves that this Pokemon gets are Moongeist Beam, which is obviously this Pokemon's signature ability, which ignores the target's ability. Signature ability, I meant signature move. It ignores the target's ability, so it's just like Sunlight Strike or whatever it's called. I can't remember off the top of my head actually. Also gets Cosmic Power, Air Slash, Shadow Ball, Moonlight, nice recovery there. Moon Blast gets Phantom Force, and Dream Eater if you can put it to sleep. The TMs this Pokemon learns are quite similar to Solgaleo, but it gets like Ice Beam, Blizzard, gets Thunderbolt, Thunder, Psychic, Shadow Ball. This Pokemon is a much more specially attacking Pokemon than Solgaleo, and it gets a lot better the TMs are much more special based. But also, yeah, it gets like Focus Blast, Will-O-Wisp if you want to cripple something, get Shadow Claw, Thunder Wave as well, and then Dazzling Gleam. So very nice TMs for this Pokemon. But like I said, Sucker Punch, Shadow Sneak, Knockoff are really going to hurt this Pokemon. So you're going to literally have to be very, very cautious when switching this Pokemon in, because if the other person knows you've got a Solgaleo, a Lunala on your team, they're going to be packing a couple of knockoff Pokemon. You know what I mean? But that is Lunala. I do think Solgaleo is much better than Lunala. In many different aspects, but yeah, we got some more Pokemon to go over anyway. So next we have Necrozma, who is a single typing of Psychic with the ability Prism Armor. That reduces the power of super effective attacks taken, which is very, very nice. And because it is just a single Psychic type Pokemon, it is only resistant to fighting and psychic, whereas it is weak to bug, ghost, and dark. A lot of people think this Pokemon is an Ultra Beast, but it's technically a legendary Pokemon, which is why it's in this video, and it's not going to be in the Ultra Beast video. But it does have a stat total of 600 with 97 HP, 107 physical attack, 101 physical defense, a nice special attack stat of 127, 89 special defense, and 79 speed. So very, very nice there. And I really like the ability Prism Armor. It's very useful, taking some damage off super effective hits. Does get a very nice move pool though. It gets a Moonlight, Morning Sun, Rock Blast, Night Slash, Psycho Cut, Power Gem, Stealth Rock, which is very nice. Also gets Prismatic Laser as well. The user shoots a powerful laser using the power of a prism. The user can't move on the next turn, so it's a lot like Hyper Beam. But obviously, if you want to use it at the very end of the game, I don't see why not. If they've not got any more Pokemon that can like set up or anything, then that could be very useful. The TMs this Pokemon gets are like Psyshock, Solar Beam, Earthquake, Psychic, Rock Tomb, Aerial Ace, Charge Beam, Brutal Swing, Shadow Claw, Smart Strike, Rock Polish, which could be very nice actually, Stone Edge, T-Wave for crippling, gets Swords Dance, Rock Slide, Bulldoze, X Scissor, Flash Cannon, Trick Room, Dark Pools. Trick Room very, very nice, because there are so many slow Pokemon in this region. But obviously this Pokemon's speed stat isn't the worst, so maybe just be careful about using that. Might want to have like a negative speed nature and stuff like that. But no, I'm a big fan of Necrozma. I think the design's like really crazy as well. It looks like just absolutely crazy. But yeah, really cool ability in Prism Armor, and nice stats across the table, and also gets some pretty nice moves as well through TM and level up. But that is Necrozma. Next we have Magearna, who is a dual typing of Steel and Fairy with the ability Soul Heart, which raises the bearer's special attack 1 stage when a teammate fails. So that is very, very good in a VGC, obviously the signature ability of Magearna. But being a Steel and Fairy gives you some pretty good type advantage. You are only weak to fire and ground, so only 2 weaknesses, whereas you resist normal, you resist grass, ice, immune to poison, which is very nice, goes very nice with the fairy typing, because you'll obviously be very weak to fairy, weak to poison usually if you're a fairy Pokemon, but the Steel is like, nah, get out of here. Resist flying, psychic, 4 times, resists poison, bug, resists rock, immune to dragon thanks to the fairy typing, resistant to dark, and resistant to fairy. So 2 immunities, they're really, really nice, and obviously only 2 weaknesses, so that's very, very nice for this Pokemon. Has a stat total of 600, 80 HP, 95 physical attack, 115 physical defense, 130 special attack, 115 special defense, and only 65 speed. But very nice defenses across the board, and then packed with how many resistances this Pokemon has. Very hard to take down in the competitive scene. I can see this Pokemon being in the VGC a lot, thanks to the moves that it gets and stuff as well. It gets like Crafty Shield, which protects the user's team from any status category move used by any opponent. It does not protect against attacking move. Its accuracy drops 50% if used consecutive, so that's like protect. But that's obviously very, very nice in VGC. Also gets like Helping Hand as well. Gets Shift Gear, gets Flash Cannon, gets Fleur Cannon, which is obviously a very strong fairy type move. Deals damage but lowers the user's special attack by 2 gauges after attacking, so kind of similar to Draco Meteor in that respect. Also gets Pain Split, Aura Sphere, gets loads of TMs as well. You get your Thunderbolts, your Solar Beam, Shadow Ball, Brick Break, Echo Voice, Focus Blast, Energy Ball, False Swipe if you want to do some shiny hunting with this thing. Gets Volts, which is very, very, very nice. Gets you that Switch Initiative. Gets Thunder Wave for crippling. Gets Grass Knot, Flash Cannon, Dazzling Gleam. So this Pokemon is very, very good in general, but obviously in VGC it's where it shines the most thanks to its ability, and also Crafty Shield, which is obviously very, very helpful. But no, Magearna is definitely a very, very good Pokemon, and you'll be seeing it a lot on VGC, but in singles as well. Obviously you can't use the most out of its ability in singles, but I mean, it's still a very good Pokemon with its very high defenses. It hits hard as well, 130 special attack. People, that is very high. And then you've got 115 in both defenses and 80 HP, and resist like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 typings with 2 immunities included in that. So that's very, very good in the competitive scene. You don't come across that very often. You know what I mean? So Magearna, definitely something to watch out for. Next up, we have a Marsh Shadow, who is not been distributed yet since recording this video, but it's also a very good Pokemon though. It is a dual typing of Fighting and Ghost. Because of that, he is only weak to Flying, Psychic, Ghost, and Theory, but is immune to Normal and Fighting, also resists Poison and Rock, and 4 times resistant to Bug, with the ability Technician, which obviously is a very nice ability. It powers up, increases the power of moves that are usually base power 60 or below by 50%, so you know, a base 60 power move becomes a lot stronger, you know what I mean? That's pretty good. Has a stat total of 600 with 90 HP, 125 physical attack, 80 physical defense, 90 special attack, 90 special defense, and 125 speed. So a very fast physically attacking Pokemon, which can be used very nicely. Gets some pretty cool moves. Gets like Assurance, gets Drain Punch, Fire Punch, Ice Punch, Laser Focus, which uses next attack is guaranteed to result in a critical hit, so that could be used in a very nice way. Gets a Pursuit, Shadow Sneak. All of these obviously get boosted by Technician. Gets Thunder Punch, gets Counter, Force Palm, which is boosted, Feint, which is boosted, Rolling Kick, which is boosted, Shadow Punch, which is boosted, gets Jump Kick, Spectral Thief as well, which is another new move, which the user hides in the target's shadow, steals the target's stat boost and attacks, so that's very nice as well. Also gets like Close Combat, Sucker Punch. You know, this Pokemon is very strong, and Technician really makes him like stand out. Also gets access to moves such as Work Up, Calm Mind, Bulk Up, Smackdown, Shadow Ball, Brick Break, Rock Tomb, Low Sweep, Focus Blast, Will-O-Wisp for crippling, Acrobatics, Shadow Claw, Payback, Stone Edge, Rock Slide, Poison Jab. You know, this Pokemon is a very good Pokemon, and I love the design of it. It just looks so like cute and innocent, but it's an absolute monster. I mean, it's a unit. It's such a beast. But I don't know when these will be getting distributed out. It probably will be like a QR code event or something like that, you know what I mean? But I am super excited to get my hands on a Marsh Shadow. It is a very strong Pokemon. But that does wrap all of the new legendary Pokemon up in the video. I think the strongest is the Zygarde's complete form, just because of that stat total. Saying that though, it does only, you know, it does have its weaknesses. 4 times weak to Ice, which is obviously, you know, Ice Shards and stuff. Obviously it's going to live one of them thanks to its HP stat. But you know, I mean, I wouldn't write, you know, the legendaries like Solgaleo and Magearna and Marshadow off. Obviously Magearna is incredible in VGC. Marshadow is incredible, like gets a lot of VGC stab moves. Did I just change VGC stab moves? I meant stab Technician boosted moves. So I don't even know what's going. It's early. So yeah, that's super helpful. But then obviously you got Solgaleo, who resists loads of typing moves as well, and then obviously has incredible stats as well. So I mean, it is tough. It is a tough decision. I think I will go with Zygarde 100% form just because its stat total is incredibly out there. But definitely Solgaleo, Marshadow, and Magearna are a close second. You know what I mean? They're really good. Obviously you've got like Lunala, which it just lets him down. His typing really lets him down. Like being 4 times weak to Sucker Punch, Shadow Sneak, and Knockoff. Really, you know, that's seen a lot in the competitive scene, especially Sucker Punch and Knockoff, especially Knockoff. So that really lets that Pokemon down. Necrozma's good. Obviously, it has a very good ability in Prism Armor. So and it's got, you know, nice move pool as well. But I just don't think it's as good as the others that we've seen. But if you do disagree with my decision, I'm pretty sure a lot of people will, because, you know, all of these legendary Pokemon are very strong. But if you do disagree with me, then please leave your suggestion in the comment section below. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. But that does wrap up this video. So if you did enjoy, please smash that like button below. I really do appreciate it. Remember to subscribe if you are liking the series and if you're liking the content that's coming out on the channel. I also very much appreciate that. I do have a couple of other discussion videos coming onto your screen in a second, so be sure to check them out if you have the time. But that is everything from me, guys. So thanks again for watching. Have an amazing day, and peace.